We know that people often struggle to do what they want to do and what they plan to do in life. We see this in many areas of our lives, such as health, for example. We plan to eat healthy. We know that that is good for us in the long run, but still we struggle to do it. In science, this goes under the terminology of intention-action gap. The reasons behind this can be several. One is what is called the present bias. It means that we value present rewards, immediate rewards, much higher than future rewards. So when it comes to your health, you know that it's going to be good for you in the long run to eat healthy. But then when you're faced with that delicious chocolate cake, you just fall for that temptation and go for it and kind of put the future out of your mind. And this happens in finance as well. People set up quite ambitious plans. We see that the majority of people actually want to save. They know that it's important to save money, but then we are surrounded by lifestyles that kind of pressure us and tempt us to consume and spend money, and we often fall for those immediate temptations. Another reason that the intention-action gap occurs is that we tend to often set too ambitious goals. So we think that we need to do everything perfect at once, and that tends to be quite overwhelming. And once we feel too overwhelmed by something, we then react by just moving away. So we procrastinate on taking that action. We might even avoid gathering information about it at all. And that's something that we see quite a lot in finances as well. And it's a highly emotional topic. We know that people want to do a lot, they struggle to do it, and that becomes quite an anxious experience for people. So to summarize, what is stopping people from taking actions on their intention is to a great extent due to our emotional systems. And for us to be able to help people take the action and actually make that behavior happen, we need to understand the emotional mechanisms that are involved and how we can work with those. So we know that finances are a highly emotional topic. It's one of the most common worries amongst younger adults. So with this knowledge that we have a large group of end customers who are walking around with strong negative emotions towards their finances, we need to understand how this influences their behavior and their decisions. Because actually, when we're stressed and worried about something, it actually influences our cognitive functioning, and we make poor decisions due to it. So we might end up making decisions that are more in favor of short-term benefits, and we forget about our long-term goals. And it also has a tendency to make us move away from the topic. So we procrastinate something. We know that we should start pension saving, but we find it a bit uncomfortable to think about. We don't even know where to start, so we just push it towards the future. I'll start next month, for example. It never happens. Or even worse, we might even go to not thinking or taking in information about the topic at all. So this is called information avoidance, where I'd just rather not open my bills or go into my bank account. The problem with this is that we know from all scientific research that avoiding a topic doesn't help. It doesn't make us feel better. In the long run, it creates this negative spiral where we start to feel even worse because we know that we should be doing something about it, but we don't. And with that negative feeling, will also then paralyze us even more. So we need to find a way to break this negative spiral of negative emotions and paralysis and turn that into something positive where we can encourage and activate the end customers. So to help people take action towards more sustainable finances, we need to understand the emotions that are involved in financial decision making. And we need to be able to work with these emotions rather than trying to work against them. So for behavior to take place or for an action to occur, we need to have at least two things in place. We need to have motivation to do the action, and we need to have the ability to do the action. And at Drinks Technology, we work with both of these aspects. So we work with motivation by helping end customers connect emotionally with their finances. So this means not talking so much about money, but talking about what the money can give them in their lives. What will having the money actually make them feel? So this creates a deeper, more internalized motivation, and that kind of motivation we know is very important for us to achieve our goals. And we work with ability by helping end customers see how they can make small and easy changes in the way that they live their lives in order to find money that they didn't really know that they had and put that towards their dreams. And just as important as actually building the ability is building the perceived ability of the end customers. So this is what is called financial self-efficacy. The belief in that one has in one's own ability to change one's finances or impact our financial situation. So this is something that we know from science to be hugely important in how people actually then behave and kind of decisions they make around their finances. And we work with this at Dreams Technology by providing the right kind of feedback at the right time to really show end customers how their small changes in behaviors has a huge impact on their finances in the long run. And we know also that once we're able to build and improve end customer self-efficacy, they improve their financial well-being, they reduce the stress, and that provides them in a better position where they have the cognitive bandwidth and they have the confidence to create more ambitious financial goals and, for example, try out new financial products such as moving from saving to investment. A lack of information is typically not a problem or not the main problem for why people don't behave in a certain way. Sure, you need to have a certain level of understanding in order to make some financial decisions, but typically we see that people know that they should be saving, they know even that it's good for them to invest, but they are still blocked in actually taking that action. And usually this is due then to a lack of either motivation and or a lack of ability. So we need to work with both of those, understand the emotional and the cognitive mechanisms that are involved in helping people making the decisions that they actually make. So if you just tell someone what they should be doing without connecting that to a deeper emotional or a deeper motivational level for that individual, it won't really make a big impact because that person won't be able to connect to why that matters to them. At the same time, if you just tell someone what they need to do, but without showing them how to actually do it, it will have the same paralyzing effect that people will just feel more or less attacked and they won't take action. In fact, they might even react the opposite way of like moving away from the topic altogether. So whenever we provide information or whenever we provide feedback on a topic on how a specific end customer has behaved, we need to always couple that with encouraging and easy to follow calls to action.